Hey YouTube, today is an update on the fish tanks and water change day. So here's a quick before and after. Focus, there we go. Just gonna do a 20% water change on all of these. Probably squeeze out the sponges and the hang-on back. Don't waste money on those filter cartridges. Just get yourself an aqua clear sponge and cut it to size. Some Lucky Bamboo. This tank's getting a 50% water change. They all want food. Plecos are all out hiding because it's the middle of the day. And this tank gets a 20% water change. And do that about once a week. Well, I'll show you the tanks after all the water changes. Nothing goes to waste here. Usually when I do water changes, I'll water the house plants and all the plants outside. Try and get all as much duckweed out as possible with my hand. It's not going to affect the plants, but this stuff is really good for plants outside. Doesn't matter what it is, inside, outside, unless it's a carnivorous plant. Don't feed it to your carnivorous plants, it will kill it. But like the roses, we get real nice roses. And all I feed them is fish tank water. Roses everywhere. Japanese maple gets fish tank water. This is a walnut tree that we sprouted from a walnut. That gets it. This is an apple tree that also gets a bunch of fish tank water, and it loves it. It's really taken off this year. Well, I'm gonna feed these and get back to water changes. This is how I'm filling up my tanks. Just put a little prime in there, chuck a pump, a little hose, use a little clip from water change, and just fill it. It's easy, ain't gotta lift it up and worry about messing the substrate or anything. But for nano tanks, it's a little different, and I'll show you that too. Alright, well, I finished my water changes, and for all the tanks in the fish room, moved a couple plants around, put a banana plant in here, moved the wood. This tank just got a water change, didn't trim no plants. This tank just did a big water change down to here. Took the banana plant out, took out some duckweed. Yep. So many plecos and guppies in here. I got plecos for days. and then the Mexican swordtails. And then over on the rack of tens, just did like a 50% water change on all of them. No trimming. And this tank just got a water change. I moved the sword over here. And we got 3 more tanks to do water changes on. The 2 30 gallons upstairs and the 55. Got some bad news with the 55, and we will see that last and you'll know why. But just a quick look at Daniken Aquatics Electric Blue Cara. They are growing along nicely. Still healthy, still eating, still got all 6. They're really digging this tank. I think that one's going to be a male. And the other 30 gallon, the metal frame, still an algae mess. Oh, we'll get a good look at a before and after. All the algae. Waterfall's looking nice. Got some water hyacinth in there. And this tank's just getting the top off. My Aquascape tank. Aquascape Nano. Get that in there. Well, I'll be back getting on the water changes. Well, I'm going to show you how easy this algae is to take out. Just got to be careful of other plants and fish. Look at this big old mat. Gone. Gotta be careful not to suck up plants. Oh, there goes a fucking plant. Oh, and I just killed it, I think, because, yeah. That's sad. That was a boost I was trying to save. Let's get this algae over here. Alright, well that didn't take very long, but I got both of the 30 gallons finished. Added a sponge to the intake of the new Aqua Clear. Came with a 10 gallon from Goodwill. The whole thing was $15. Came with a whole bunch of media and a brand new foam. all brand new media. This thing was practically in the box with a 10 gallon, 15 bucks at Goodwill. That's a steal. And then here's an Aqueon. Show you how I got that rigged up. So I got some pre-filter media here, which is just some coarse sponge. Some finer sponge right here that catches most of the fine debris. And then lots of lava rock in this bag with the final thing of foam. This is pretty much how we run all aqua clears. Or we just chuck a big piece of foam in there and let that do the thing. But I thought I would go one step extra and make it some hot rodded filter. And this tank got rid of most of the algae that was on the substrate. Not all of it. Plants are still growing. Stargrass is looking good. Lilies are popping up. Duckweed, Sylvania. And this just got to top off, like I said. Sorry for the shaky camera work, guys. Yeah, it's a 30-gallon metal frame. It's pretty cool. Alright, we are at the 55 now. And the bad news is I think ick has started in this tank and started on the blood parrots. You can see on the fins, a little bit on the face, and they don't look happy. So I've turned the temps up a little bit and put some meds in a couple days ago. Yeah, I noticed it a few days ago, so I put some meds in and noticed it progressing. It's been a couple days, so I'm going to do a small water change, and then tomorrow I'll put more meds in. Doesn't seem like other fish have it, except for maybe him, my breeder rainbow cichlid. And that's his female. Or he has two females in here, so he chooses both of them sometimes. But yeah, that's the bad news. Well, I'm gonna clean the glass and do a small water change. Alright, got the front glass clean, did a small water change. Gonna turn the flow up a little just to get some more added oxygen since I'm raising the temps. In here I've got it, the first tray is media and the two other trays are just chocked full of lava rock and other biological medias. I turned on the UV since this is going on. I had it turned off since I didn't really need it, but now I do, so glad I hooked this up in line to my canister filter. Didn't clean any of the filters, just did a water change. Don't want to mess with anything else. Stress, and add more stress. Yeah, I got pretty kicked up, but let's get a closer look at the parrots. Yeah, I definitely think that's ick. They're all behind the Daniken Aquatic sticker. And here comes Big Chungus. Yeah. I definitely think that's ick. Well, I'm not here just to show y'all the good stuff. Bad stuff does happen, and I'm not gonna hide it. So we're gonna get through this and keep on going. We all make mistakes in this hobby, and we all learn every day. That's the beauty of it. But I hope y'all liked the video of the fish room update and doing water changes. I started at 11 and it's now 5 o'clock. Oh man, he's getting all fired up. Well, I will see y'all later. Have a good one, y'all.